Hello YouTube slash booktube, my name is Laura and you are watching the intro to my new channel where I will be reading and reviewing books as well as buying them and all the things related to books and reading. I want to start off with how I fell in love with reading because I didn't actually start life loving reading. When I was little, I liked it when my parents read to me, but I did not like reading at all on my own. For the requirements of school, I would sit down, start the timer, then open the book, and then start reading. But that actually changed in, I think it was 4th grade, when I fell upon a book series that would forever change my life. It was called Cat Warrior series by Erin Hunter. And I initially picked up that book because the cat on the cover was orange, and at the time, I also had an orange cat. His name was Rudy, and I loved him very, very much. And so I started reading that series, and I actually started to enjoy reading this series, and then that's kind of when I realized that I actually like books, and they can really transform you to different places with different characters and different ideas. And that is really the series that kind of started my love for reading, and ever since then I kind of took off. So around middle school is when I actually started to enjoy reading and actually read a bunch of different books. I want to let you know the books that I am currently reading so that I'm not just starting in the dust. But the first book that I'm reading and I'm almost done with, and I really like this book, is called The Bone Witch, and it's by Rin Chupeco. And basically this book is really interesting because it kind of deals with more of a necromancy. Bone Witch is someone who raises someone from the dead, but obviously there aren't a lot of them in the world, and there are all these different kingdoms and different kinds of magic wielders. They're called Asha. And so this book I'm almost done with, and I love it a lot, but I'll give you the official review when I do finish it. Another one that I'm reading, I have a bad habit of reading a bunch of different books at the same time, but I think a lot of people do. I'm also reading the second book in the Sabriel series, which is Lyriel, and it's by Garth Nix. The series has actually been given to me, or lended to me by my brother, who read the series and loved it a lot. I just started this one, and I love it a lot. It's also a necromancy book. I promise I read more than necromancy books, but this one has a whole different take and idea on the concept of death and what happens after death, including different fates that the dead have to pass through, and sometimes creatures from the death come back into the world, and then so they need to be back where they're from. And so it's a trilogy, so there are 3 books in the series, and this is the second one. So if you are interested in this kind of topic or idea, Sabriel is the first one, and definitely start with that one. And then the last book I'm currently reading is called Master and Margarita, and it's by Mikhail Bulgakov. I'm reading this because it's the English translation, don't worry, it's all in English. But I'm reading this because I lived in a foreign country where you speak Russian, and I wanted to understand the culture a little bit more, and I really wanted to just kind of dive into that side of the world's literature a little bit, and so my teacher recommended this one for me, and I like it a lot, and this is the 50th anniversary copy. So this deals a lot more with theology of Christianity, but it's also in Russia, and so how that it's like Christianity in a modern day. This was also modern day 50 years ago, so it's a really interesting read. So those are what I'm currently reading, and I definitely have a huge TBR list that I will be attempting to go through, while also not resisting the temptation to go to the library or go to the bookstore to get even more. So I chose the name Reading Warrior for this channel for a couple of different reasons. One being Cat Warriors was the series that got me into reading in the first place, so it's kind of a tribute to that and a thank you, because I don't know how long it would have been after that time in my life that I actually would have found a book that I loved reading that caused me to start reading. And the second reason is in today's world, you know, there's so much like social media and movies and TV shows, Netflix, Hulu. I'm a victim of this as well. However, I just really want to stay strong and make sure that I'm reading as much as way more than I'm watching. So I want to be the reading warrior, and I want you guys to definitely join my army and help keep books alive. So yeah, I'm excited that you guys are interested in watching my channel, and I can't wait to see you. For those of you who are interested in knowing, I am wearing a Hogwarts alumni shirt. I didn't actually go, but I wish I could have. And I am in the Ravenclaw house as well.